He unexpectedly found a mechanical head amid the ruins. Scan results showed that its brain activity was still intact, so he immediately brought the head back to the research base and personally repaired its neural connections. He also fitted it with an exquisite new body. When the girl woke up again, she realized she not only had a new body, there were also clothes set out for her nearby. So she got dressed and carefully went downstairs and saw Dr. ID, the one who had given her a new life. Yide asked the girl where she felt uncomfortable and even handed her an orange. The girl took a bite without thinking and immediately frowned from the sourness. Her taste receptors were working normally. After confirming the girl's sense of taste, Yide took her outside. The girl, seeing the outdoors for the first time, was deeply shocked by the scene before her. Not only was the entire city built from steel, in every street and alley, all kinds of cybernetically modified humans could be seen everywhere. Ido took the girl around, getting her familiar with each street one by one, and explained to her how people live in the present day, because the girl had not only lost her memories, but also couldn't remember her own name at all. So Ido named her Alita, which was also the name of Ido's late daughter. Alita liked the name very much. Afterward, Ido bought Alita a jiambing guozi, Chinese savory crepe, and he told her to wait here for his return. Just then, a little puppy came trotting over. Kind-hearted Alita shared some of her food with it, but at that moment, a huge robot came striding this way. Seeing this, Alita immediately assumed a fighting stance. At this critical moment, Boy stepped in and saved her, only to find the puppy was still trapped beneath the robot. Alita rushed over at once and held it tightly in her arms. After the danger had passed, Alita heard it from the young boy Hugo. This robot belonged to the Centurions who keep the city in order. It also led Alita to meet the very first companion of her life. But when she went back to find Ido, the scene before her left her utterly shocked.
Yeah! What's that?
Solid.
Ido told Alita that it was the last sky city. It was also a place where the rich gather to live. A place people spend their entire lives yearning to reach. To get a ticket there, you'd have to pay $1 million. As night fell, Alita was still dreaming of the city in the sky. But just then, he suddenly heard a noise. He immediately went to the window to see what was going on. Only then did he realize Dr. Ido had gone out with a suitcase. Yet it was baffling. When Ido came back, his hands were actually covered in blood. In that moment, Alita was utterly confused. Until dawn broke, he also learned from another patient that, last night, a girl was brutally murdered.
Another girl was murdered last night, right near there.
Yeah. I heard that guy carves girls up and sells their body parts. Sorry, Doc.
Ido repeatedly warned Alita never to go out at night, and not to wander too far even during the day.
Okay. I promise.
But when night came, Alita discovered that Ido had gone out again. To confirm her suspicion, Alita quietly followed behind him, and the doctor, he really was tailing a curvaceous girl. Waiting until the timing was right, he popped open the suitcase at the corner. Right at this critical moment, Alita stepped forward and stopped the doctor. As the two of them grappled back and forth, the girl had already vanished without a trace. Only then did the doctor suddenly realize something was wrong.
Me, Doctor, or should I say, Hunter Warrior.
Hunter Warrior?
After that, the doctor explained it to Alita. He was actually a bounty hunter. His mission was to capture the cyborgs with bounties on their heads. Criminal. Only then did Alita realize she had misunderstood the doctor. But by then, it was already too late. The two of them had long been surrounded by a large group of cyborgs. The doctor was quickly knocked to the ground by the opponent. At this extremely critical moment, Alita suddenly charged straight at them. In an instant, she unleashed unimaginable combat power. Seeing how skilled Alita was, Spider-Woman was impressed. She immediately developed a strong interest in her. Alita at once unleashed the long-lost art of mech combat. In the blink of an eye, she defeated Spider-Woman. Seeing the doctor firmly restrained by Dage, Alita instinctively sprang up and charged into the air, and she drove a fierce downward axe kick at her opponent. Dage's arm was severed in an instant. Alita casually grabbed a rocket hammer and smashed it into Dage. Before long, the other side was so frightened they fled in disgrace. Seeing isn't always believing. Blood on ID's hands isn't a sin. It's the price of defending justice. More often than not, we're easily blinded by appearances and end up overlooking the one who, behind the scenes, protects others, yet still presses on under a heavy burden. Just moments ago, in the midst of the clash, in Alita's mind, flickered fragments of memories about a battle on the moon. In those memories, someone also called him Number 99. After examining her, the doctor noticed something. Alita's heart energy was abnormally powerful. A staggering amount of energy, enough to keep the entire Iron City running for many years. This long, lost technology. After the Fall War, no one could build it again. Which also meant Alita was at least over 300 years old. But in that fight just now, Alita also reawakened part of her memories. He got out of bed and walked over, began recalling every move she had ever used. Since combat can stir up memories of the past, Alita resolved to become a bounty hunter. The doctor believed the job was fraught with danger and immediately refused Alita's request. At the same time, badly injured Gruishka went to the doctor's ex-wife. Chiron and Vector worked together. Both were acting under the orders of the Muholtsalkungja, Nova. Nova was in the distant Sky City, yet he can still control Ido and Vector through sheer willpower. Nova orders the two of them to repair the big ring. Then, using the big ring, he will destroy Alita and bring Alita's body back to Salem. He wants to find out why Alita's power is unusually strong. Meanwhile, Hugo takes Alita to the Motorball arena. Motorball has no fixed rules whatsoever. To secure victory, the players will stop at nothing. Whoever reaches the finish line with the ball in the end is the champion. The champion will earn a chance to travel to Salem. Victor wanted to upgrade Big G's gear, so he ambushed the top favorite in the Motorball group stage, and even tore off the opponent's mechanical arm. The leader of the theft gang working for Victor was none other than Alita's friend, Hugo. Yet Alita knew nothing about it at all. Not long after, Hugo took Alita outside the city to unwind, and told Alita about what he'd been through. Long ago memories of the fall of the Sky Battle 300 years past. So it was 300 years ago. The Martian Alliance launched an all-out assault on the Sky City. In the end, it concluded with the Martian Alliance's defeat, and Salem was, after the fall of the Sky Battle, the only Sky City still standing. And in a pond on the outskirts of the city, a spaceship from the era of the fall of the Sky Battle still lay dormant. After seeing the ship, Alita seemed to be summoned by a power. He leapt into the pool at once, slowly approached the spaceship wreckage. After stepping into the cabin, the ship's systems immediately power up. The console gradually comes into Alita's view. He deftly switches off the protective device. An exquisite berserker armor suit comes into sight, and Alita brings the armor back to the clinic, pleading with the doctor to replace her with this new body. The doctor refuses his request, because this berserker armor suit, a combat weapon developed by the Mars Union, born already equipped with Martian cyborg armor technology, the heart within Alita's body, is precisely the core that powers her mechanical frame. This also explains why she moves with such agility. After being turned down, Alita was filled with resentment. She quietly made her way to the Hunter Warrior Guild and completed her registration, officially becoming a bounty hunter. Afterwards, Alita and Hugo went to the Hunter Bar. He immediately offered a proposal to all the bounty hunters present. He urged them to join forces against the cyborg, Gruishka, but the suggestion only drew mockery and contempt from the crowd. Zapan also hurled vicious insults at Alita. He even attacked him on the spot. After that, Alita then issued a challenge to every hunter in front of everyone.
I will take on anyone in this room. And if I win, you fight alongside me.
She took on a whole group of hunters all by herself. She knocked every hunter there to the ground. Fortunately, the doctor arrived in time. The dispute was brought under control.
Knock it off! Oh, no more free repairs!
Just at that moment, Dage, newly finished with his upgrade, suddenly appeared. His purpose was quite clear. He had come specifically for Alita. Seeing this, the other hunters all backed away. Only that previously obedient little dog stood in front of Alita, but in the blink of an eye, the puppy was brutally killed by Dage. Grief stricken, Alita smeared the puppy's blood across her own face. This is Alita's most iconic battle totem.
I do not stand by in the presence of evil.
Come to my world!
Alita suddenly lunges at Dage. The two erupt into a fierce fight inside the dimly lit dungeon, but the enhanced Dage's defense is simply far too tough. Alita gradually falls into a disadvantage. In the end, Alita is torn into pieces by Dage's iron chains. Yet, relying on a formidable heart, he rises to his feet again. Alita uses only one arm, pierced through Dage's eyes, but by then, he had already completely lost the ability to resist. No matter how powerful a heart is without a matching vessel, it still can't unleash its full might. At the critical moment, Doctor and the others arrived in time with reinforcements. Seeing this, Dage had no choice but to flee. With things having come to this, Doctor could only outfit Alita with the Berserker armor. The armor fit Alita's body perfectly. A brand new Berserker, Alita, is born into the world. Elsewhere, Vector finds Hugo and plans to use the chance to enter Salem to lure Hugo in, getting Hugo to help him get rid of Alita. Hugo doesn't agree to Vector's offer right away. Alita understands. Hugo's greatest wish is to go to Salem. She is willing to give everything for Hugo. After saying that, she pulls out her own heart and sells it. This rare heart is enough to send Hugo up to Salem, yet Hugo still turned down Alita's feelings. After that, Hugo urged Alita to compete in Motorball. As long as she won the championship, she would earn the right to go to Salem. But they didn't realize Victor had long since laid a deadly trap. Victor gathered a group of arena killers and put a $500,000 100,000 bounty on Alita's life. Before the match began, Hugo rushed to the place where his companions were carrying out the plan. He told them that he was ready to back out. His companions were extremely displeased with Hugo's decision. While the two were arguing, Zapan suddenly appeared, seeking revenge on Alita. Zapan was determined to kill her close friend Hugo. Hugo's partner was split in two with a single slash from Zapan. Meanwhile, Hugo relied on an incendiary bomb. For the moment, they evade Zapan's pursuit. Likewise, rookie racer Alita smiles as she steps onto the track. At this moment, the doctor suddenly realizes something is wrong. He wants to stop Alita from competing, but it's already too late. The starting whistle blows. All the contestants swarm Alita like mad. Alita strikes back without the slightest fear. Every punch drops an opponent. She drives back multiple racers charging at her in succession. Even if an opponent pinned him to the ground and beat him mercilessly, he could still break free with ease. Just as Alita was fighting desperately, news suddenly came that Hugo was being chased by Zapan. He didn't hesitate for even a second. He smashed straight through the arena's broadcast screen and leapt out. The killers immediately gave chase right behind him. Alita sprinted at full speed while dodging. Just as he was about to clear the obstacle, a chain suddenly whipped toward him. His body was tightly bound. He was about to be beheaded by the killer. Alita deftly yanked the chain. The killer was split into 3 pieces by his own accomplice. Even the last burly killer was swallowed by the shredder. After dealing with all the killers, Alita immediately rushed to Hugo's side. Zapan claimed he was lawfully hunting down a criminal. Hugo had indeed committed quite a few illegal acts, but he had never harmed anyone. As a bounty hunter, Alita knows the rules bounty hunters operate by. He could only helplessly watch as Hugo was stabbed by Zapan. At that very moment, a cyber centurion arrived on the scene, demanding that Alita hand Hugo over. With no way out, Alita picked up Hugo and rushed into the church. The church entrance was sealed off by bounty hunters working together with the centurion. For a moment, Alita didn't know how to respond. At a critical moment, Ellie appears at just the right moment. In Alita, she sees the shadow of her own daughter. Using her skills, Ellie preserves Hugo's brain, but Zapan still notices the flaw. Zapan tries to take Hugo's head, but Alita slices off half his cheek with a single strike. After returning to the clinic, Doctor successfully revives Hugo. Yet from then on, Hugo also becomes a cyborg. Hugo's problem is that he wants to chase fast money without considering the consequences, in exchange for a dream that was empty to begin with. Those wishes that seem within easy reach, once they're built at the cost of hurting others, will, in the end, only drive him into the abyss. Doctor tells Alita, no matter how much money the people of Iron City throw at it, they still can't get into Salem. It's an iron rule that has lasted for centuries. Because that doctor was originally from Salem. Back then, their daughter fell ill. Their family of 3 was exiled to the Iron City. The only way into Salem was to win the Motorball Championship. There was no other option. Hugo ended up like this after being deceived by Vector. In a fury, Alita gripped the Damascus blade and headed straight for Vector's stronghold. Awaiting her were fully armed mechanized centurions. Alita shows no sign of panic at all. He swings his blade and launches a lightning-fast attack. In the blink of an eye, he clears out every centurion blocking the way. Just as Alita bursts into Victor's office, she is suddenly ambushed by Dage lying in wait nearby. Dage's iron chain pierces straight through Alita's body. However, the Berserker mech possesses extremely powerful self-repair capabilities. Alita fully awakens, her combat power far surpassing Dage's. With only a few moves, she cuts Dage in half. Meanwhile, Alita finally fully recalls the Fall War from 300 years ago, and the final order he received was to destroy Salem. Yet the operation ultimately failed. He lay dormant for 300 years in the scrap heaps of the Iron City, far away in Salem Nova. Once again manipulates Vector through consciousness. Alita says no more, and immediately ends the mind-controlled Vector puppet with a single strike. Just then, a revived Hugo tries to make his way to Salem along the pipeline. Alita rushed over to stop him. Just as Hugo was about to turn around, a massive turntable on the pipeline suddenly started spinning. Hugo's lower body was instantly torn apart by the turntable. Alita held the shattered Hugo in her arms, but his life was already beyond saving. The two shared a final farewell.
Thank you for saving me.
I love you.
And Alita pulled herself together and stepped onto the arena for the Motorball Grand Final. She swung her blade to cut down her tears. She steps onto the final stage amid the cheers of the entire crowd. She raises a Damascus blade high. Blade points straight at Salem, openly declaring war on Nova, who sits in a position of power.